It's in our DNA. And they suppressed it for so long. They made us feel alone for so long. We're not alone. We're the majority. And we're going to show the world the roar of the British Lion.
Assembly erupts. Tommy Robinson clashes with Sadiq Khan live. You're not going to believe what just went down inside the Assembly. What was supposed to be a routine session turned into one of the most dramatic face-offs London politics has seen this year. Tommy Robinson, Sadiq Khan, and an entire chamber that could barely contain the tension. Voices were raised, tempers flared, and in the middle of it, all the Mayor of London found himself in a battle that's already flooding social media feeds. Some are calling it a moment of truth. Others say it was pure political theater. But whichever side you're on, you can't ignore what just happened. Let's set the scene. The London Assembly meeting began like any other questions, debates, the kind of discussions that rarely trend outside political circles. But then, Tommy Robinson took the floor. Known for his confrontational style, Robinson wasted no time launching into criticisms of Khan's leadership, particularly around crime, safety, and community trust. His tone was sharp, his delivery fast-paced, and he directed his comments squarely at the mayor. The chamber grew tense. Khan, seated at the front, listened intently. But as Robinson pushed harder, raising his voice, calling for accountability, something snapped. The assembly erupted. Members shouted over one another. Officials tried to restore order. And then, all eyes turned back to Khan. How would he respond? Calmly, but firmly, Khan pushed back. He dismissed Robinson's claims as exaggerated and unhelpful. He insisted that London's challenges can't be solved with soundbites or personal attacks. But by that point, the moment had already become explosive. It wasn't just the words, it was the spectacle. For Robinson, this was about making headlines, about forcing the mayor into a corner. For Khan, it was about holding composure under fire, proving he could withstand the pressure. And here's the thing: politics today isn't just about policy, it's about perception. That clash, that shouting, that visible tension, it all tells a story. And for millions of people who only see the clips online, the story becomes bigger than the facts. It becomes about who looked stronger, who looked weaker, and who owned the moment. The fallout was immediate. One assembly member was overheard saying, "This is chaos, exactly what Robinson wanted." A Labour spokesperson defended Khan, insisting, "The mayor stayed calm under pressure, which is what leadership is all about." But critics saw it differently. A Conservative councillor argued, "If Khan can't handle tough questions without the chamber descending into noise, that says it all." And then there was the public. On Twitter, one user wrote, "Robinson spoke for ordinary Londoners today. Khan had no answers." Another countered, "This was embarrassing. Robinson isn't there to debate, he's there to disrupt." Khan showed maturity. Even journalists couldn't resist weighing in. A commentator noted, "This isn't about who's right. It's about who captured the moment." And right now Robinson has the viral clip, but Khan has the longer-term platform. What does this really mean? It shows just how polarized London politics has become. On one side you've got Khan, the established mayor, balancing policy, governance, and the weight of office. On the other you've got Robinson, an outsider with no official seat of power, but with the ability to shake the room and dominate headlines. And when those two collide, it's not just about debating policy, it's about who defines the story for the public. This isn't the first time Khan has faced harsh criticism over crime, policing, or social cohesion. Those issues are London's pressure points. Every leader gets dragged into them. But Robinson's style adds fuel to the fire. He's not bound by party rules or polished political etiquette. He thrives on disruption, on saying what others won't, on turning calm meetings into spectacles. Khan, by contrast, has to project calm. Too much emotion, and he looks rattled. Too little, and he looks detached. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that was tested in full view today. By the end of the session, order was restored. The assembly continued its agenda. But make no mistake, the confrontation had already escaped those four walls. Clips are everywhere. Comment sections are flooded. Political opponents are seizing the moment, and Khan supporters are rallying behind him. And here's the kicker: it's not about who won in the room. It's about how the public interprets it online. Because in today's politics, perception spreads faster than facts. So, what does this mean moving forward? Will Robinson's viral moment boost his influence in London politics, even without an official seat? Or will Khan's calm, measured pushback strengthen his image as a leader under fire? The truth is, this is only the beginning. If this kind of clash can erupt in a regular assembly meeting, imagine what's coming when election season heats up. And the real question is, will moments like this define London's political future? Because sometimes it's not the policies, not the speeches, not the carefully planned announcements that change the conversation. Sometimes it's the eruptions. And once they happen, you can't put them back in the bottle.